Pinsound.com. Pinsound.com.
Welcome back to the Shattered Truth podcast. What's going on, King Marcus? We back on the show once again.
Yes, sir, brother. Always glad to
Yes,
be back. Always an honor.
it's an honor. It's a pleasure to be back once again. What's going on, Marcus? How was your day, man?
It was excellent. I went back to the course of tennis today. Um, it always feels good to play a sport after the season once has ended. Like you don't want to stop playing the sport. I don't know if you've ever gotten that feeling. Like it's like once you finish something that like you really like, you want to keep doing it.
Right. It's
And
like,
tennis. I've liked tennis since childhood, and I've been playing it for quite a long time. And I have people who are seniors who are currently going to be graduating soon. See, in a
okay,
couple
okay.
weeks, graduation's coming up. So,
I
you
know
know,
they're extremely excited. Extremely.
yeah, yeah,
Look who it is, Lou Rock. Lou Rock, welcome to
yes,
the
sir.
Shattered
New
Truth
Rock in the
Show.
building.
Welcome back, my brother. Glad for you to be here. I'm glad you're in the studio with us tonight on this truth content. What's
Yes,
going on, Lou
sir.
Rock? How's your day, brother? How's everybody treating you over there? How's life treating you? He said has to use my alternate account. Oh, you had to. What happened to your other account, Lou? Did it get banned or get hacked or what happened? He said life is amazing, but just dealing with life. Oh yeah, man, we got to deal with life. Period. Ups and downs. That's the way
Yeah,
life goes, man. But we
yeah,
always got to stay strong. Never give up. When things look
right.
dark, remember we got to shine that light. Always shine that light.
And always seek the guidance of God.
Right. Always seek the guidance of God. Jesus got my back. Yes, he does. He's got your back 100%, and I hope you have his back as well, because definitely he's the one that's making things happen for us. He's the one. He's got to give
Right.
him all the credit. He takes all the credit, my brother. What else he said on it? As well as you guys. Oh yeah, you hear that, King? He said, as well
Yeah,
as you guys. Yeah, we appreciate that,
yeah,
Lou Rock, man.
yeah. God bless, brother.
Yeah, man, we about to get into this topic tonight, Lou Rock. Video games whisper.
Mm. And
Video
for
games
those,
are more than just entertainment, Lou Rock. You know that,
yeah.
right? It's more than just entertainment.
And this is also for those of you who don't know, this is a part two to the video messages hidden in video games.
We did in
This is a part,
2023.
yeah. That one was I think it was 2023.
Yeah, 2023. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a part two to that. Um, but yeah, this is actually an interesting topic to speak on because there's a lot of video games. There's so many video games out there in the world, just like so many to name with so many hidden messages like in these video games.
Lou Rock
It's
said,
just it's
my
so much.
PlayStation is broke, so I guess I got saved even more. What'd you do, man? You got mad because a squeaker beat you on the PlayStation Live, or what happened? You just slammed it down? They beat you with a Zenner or something? You had a kid beat you with a Zen? Overheating issue. Yo, I'm glad you brought that up because my Xbox be overheating too as well. And there's a
Yeah,
fan that next to the system that should keep the gaming system cool. Ain't that right, King Market? I don't know what it's called, but
yeah, yeah. It's the cooling fan.
yeah, it's a cooling fan. So don't throw your PlayStation away because you can order a cooling fan for your PlayStation for sure. It may cost like $50 if you go to GameStop, or you can order off Amazon. I would check Amazon out to check
Yeah,
and see how
definitely
much it
check
is.
Amazon.
He said, I cleaned it and it's ready. Okay, you clean it's ready. But no go. What? It must be something else going on with your PlayStation more than just overheating. Chuck, welcome into the Shattered Truth podcast. Chucky in the building. Chucky, the biggest supporter, man, and Lou Rock, big supporter, and shout out to Saint wherever she's at. If you can get her in here too, that'll be a plus too. But yeah, I'm glad to see Chuck and Lou Rock, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, Chuck. All the support. Shout out to Chuck, man, and Lou Rock once again. King
Yeah, for
Marcus,
sure,
they
man.
carry messages, shape thinking, and often reflect deeper truth about the world and the unseen mysteries. Now, every voice comes with a sound. Some whispers through screen stories and symbols. Matthew 11:15. We have ears to hear, let them hear. So whoever have an ear, let them hear.
Yes.
Let them hear the truth.
Let them hear the truth. That's correct.
Yes, let them hear the truth. Go ahead, King Mark. Let them
Now,
hear. Appreciate that, Chucky. Appreciate the gifting, man. Appreciate it, man. This is well deserved, man. And you know what? I'm gonna do a Luke, Chuck. Let me know what kind of time you want, man. Since you've been such a blessing to our podcast network and everything, man. A lot of games do have violence, and they do influence a lot of kids to do violence. I
yeah,
blame the game, brother. Sometimes,
yeah.
okay, you say you got a 6-year-old and he's interested in playing, violent games, but he's not ready for those games. But you know what? Parents do let the kids play those video games like that and program their mind, to make him think, this is the way to do things in life, but it's really not.
So
It's
if
a
you think
condition.
about it,
Go ahead.
it's almost like the devil's training them.
Yes, the devil's training them to do wicked things
Because
through video
because
games.
remember what Pastor Wiley talked about in his drone video. He said that when kids use drones, or when anybody play video games with drones in them, the government and the higher ups of the deaths of hell, uh he basically said that the devil is teaching them how to control drones as a sign of saying that when there will be a drone invasion, and the people who are controlling drones in video games are being taught how to control the drones once the drone invasion is here. And the drone
Exactly.
invasion will also include aliens as well.
And Lou Rock said Rockstar games. Yes, boy, Rockstar got a lot of subliminal messages
Yeah.
and symbolism in their game. They predict a lot of things too. Rockstar games do predict what it is going to do in the future for sure. And especially GTA.
I'll give you,
Ooh, that game is so
matter of
much.
fact, just notice, I'll give you one game. Batman Arkham Knight.
Oh yeah, I forgot
That
about
game,
that game.
remember the toxin gas?
Yeah,
Remember
yeah, 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 yeah.
now remember what that did to people. It changed them.
It did
It
really
changed
did.
them and it made them more violent. What happened with the
Yes,
pandemic? Look what happened with the pandemic. We
the
couldn't even go
shot made
outside.
people more violent.
Right.
That was the abomination. That alters the DNA. It changes the DNA somehow. The nanotechnology, the nanobots in it changes your DNA somehow. The dragon is going to use that in the last days or whatever, whenever that be. We don't know. Only God knows on that situation.
Right.
But yeah, King Marcus, yeah, it really did. It changes people. Resident Evil, that's another one.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Lou Rock, Resident Evil. Lou Rock, come on into the show, man. Hold on. You naming some great games here. Come on in here, Lou Rock. Some great games, man. What's up, Lou Rock? Lou Rock.
What's good, fellas?
Yeah.
What's
What's
going
good,
on, man?
brother?
Hope y'all doing well tonight.
Yes, man, we doing very well, man. I'm glad you
Excellent.
could make it on the show. And my brother Chucky, shout out to Chuck. Yes, sirs. Amazing
What up,
Chuck.
Chuck?
Yeah, man. You said Rockstar and Resident Evil. So What about the subliminal messages in Resident Evil? What did you notice when you played them type of games? The
I mean, it's
symbolisms.
right in the name and everything.
Yes, they do the rituals on the Resident Evil game. You know, they put these spells and witchcraft and sorceries.
I mean,
You
they were
know, and
cloning monsters through DNA. So
yes, wow. So which
Hmm.
Tomb Raider did you play? You played the recent one, or this was the old Tomb Raider? Because all of them do have it, but which one was the most powerful subliminal messages one?
I think I think it's the one that I played actually. I forgot
And what
which
was that one?
one,
Was it
but
part 4 or 3 or 2?
I think it was Tomb Raider. Um,
Yeah, Tomb Raider, Assassin's Creed's got a lot of occult symbolism and sorcery in it. And you know, both of those franchises uses the occult as a central driver for their storyline. So they use the occults, you know, for their storyline. So it's all connected. Assassin's Creed in a more unique and interesting way that ties together all kinds of historical moments into a grand occult conspiracy. So
oh,
Tomb Raider got a lot in it.
oh, I remember. I think that one was Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Rise of the Tomb Raider. Yes, yes, yeah. I didn't play that one. Did you play that one?
Yeah, I played that one.
So so what did you notice when you was playing it, like from the
Oh, that
beginning
was
to the end?
oh, I remember 'cause that was a long time ago. But I remember when I was playing the game, uh I think the character's mission was to like find something within like some kind of cave.
Mhm.
I think that was the main mission goal.
Okay, okay, it was some kind of cave. That's interesting because I never played that at all. Lou Rock said I have
Yeah.
kids, so I played a lot of kid games. So Lou Rock, what kind of games had you played? That's you know
even like the Lego games, there's a
oh
lot of
yeah, some of the Lego games
witchcraft
have
in
like
there.
symbolism in it. I never played the Lego games. Hmm.
Skylanders,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
sorcery games.
Yes, yes, yes.
Even
What's
even Mickey Mouse games is sorcery.
oh wow, wow. I'm glad you brought that up.
Which game?
So
Which game?
yeah, which game was that again? I'm glad you brought this up. Which game with this Lou Rock? He said he's got to Google it. Okay, go ahead and Google it. All right, continue on King Marcus. Go ahead.
Um, I'm gonna start diving into my notes. So first of all, we all know there's a subtle influence of video games on our spiritual lives. Now,
Mm-hmm.
video games, much like any form of media, have the power to influence our thoughts, our emotions, and behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
And it also is it's engaging with games that promote violence, greed, or immortality that can uh descend what's that word? Desensitize us.
Yeah,
I think yeah,
desensitize. Yeah,
desensitize. Yeah.
desensitize. Yeah.
Um, it can desensitize us to these issues and subtly it can shape our worldview. And
Lou Rock
conversely,
said Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
Power
There's
illusions.
another one
Yeah.
called the Magical Quest.
Okay. So
Mm.
the Magical Quest. I never played that.
I'm a
So
question.
did you
Oh
how did it come
no no
on? Did it
no!
mhm.
Matter of fact, I got one. Um, what, Blue Rock? Are you talking about the Mickey Mouse game where he has the like that brush, like the
Yeah,
magical brush?
yeah.
Oh, I know what that game is. I played it. So apparently
Oh,
that's
you did?
I don't know if you know. This was a long time ago. This is like Xbox
No,
360
that's
times.
rebrush. That
But
the name
Yeah.
of that game is Rebrushed.
yeah,
That's a throwback game.
yeah,
Wow.
because they just like I think they rebranded or remade it. But before um it was basically this Mickey game was about you know Mickey and who was the second character? There was two of them.
With Minnie, Mickey and Minnie. Is it Minnie? I'm not for
I
sure.
don't think
Hey, do Rock, what was the other character in that game? You remember?
I don't think I've ever played these games.
Mm. I know.
yeah, I remember there was two, but the point of
Yeah.
that game was that Mickey Mouse was, I think, he was on a mission, I think, to rescue somebody, and he had this magical brush, this magical wand of his, and he uses that to solve like various amount of puzzles. He uses it to fight many enemies, block his path. But the big thing about that game was the fact that I think it was like the narrator, something about the narrator's voice. Like he sounded like I want to say like like a mysterious detective, and the way that um the way that he would describe what's going on in the game as you're playing, like he describes what you're doing, like in the moment when you do, like when you're in the middle of an objective and you're trying to solve a puzzle and you solve a puzzle. uh the narrator basically explains what you did and what is gonna happen coming on forward to, going towards more in the game. But and I didn't play the full game because I don't even think I had the full game. I was playing like the demo game. That was the one I was playing. But yeah, that definitely had a spiritual message behind it. Um, but also going back in my notes, games that emphasize cooperation, problem solving, like the Mickey Mouse game that we just brought up, and empathy. It can foster positive traits, but it's crucial to be discerning about the content we consume, which is recognizing its potential impact on our spiritual well-being. Now the immersive nature of video games offers an escape from reality, which is what we call a virtual world, VR.
Mm-hmm.
And it's providing a temporary respite from life's challenges. But while occasional escapism can be harmless to the to the spiritual um to our spiritual souls, excessive reliance on virtual worlds may lead to neglect of real life responsibilities and relationships. And it's essential to strike a balance, ensuring that gaming doesn't become a means to avoid confronting personal issues or spiritual growth. Like, for example, take GTA, for example. Let's say in GTA, you have a guy that just robbed you, right? A guy just robbed you. Now, you have two options in the game. One is to go to the cops, and I know that game is not most friendly for you know um having help from the cops, because you literally fight cops within the game, which is not a good thing.
Right.
But a lot of cops in this world are deceiving. So,
Right. We
and
do
they're
have
also
some good
and they're
cops out
also
here, though.
yeah, we do have some really nice cops, but it's just certain types of cops that just ruin it, that just ruin
Mm-hmm.
the oath that they make for each other,
Right. Right.
and for our cities and countries as well. Um, Now, unlike gaming, communities can offer a sense of belonging and um, I don't even know how to say this word, but I'm gonna just say belonging. But
Mm-hmm.
however, they can also expose players to toxic behaviors such as harassment or peer pressure, and it's us. And us being believers, we're called to be a light in all communities uh, we engage with, promoting kindness, respect, and integrity, even in virtual spaces. Now, matter of fact, hold on real quick, because I have something here. I think a question that I saved,
Mhm.
I don't remember
A
where it
few
was.
games like New Rock, Assassin's Creed, Witcher, Red Dead Redemption 2 are not just entertainment, guys and ladies. They are immersive stories that influence how we see ourselves and the world spiritually. The player often steps into the shoes of an anti hero morally. A Burglar's character subtly trained in the heart to sympathize in rebellion, vengeance, and even occult symbolism. Factually, video games are formed from storytelling just like books or movies, but they are go further, offering the player control. So there we go, right there. Name a few games right there, and that control, however, doesn't just stay in the virtual realm.
Right.
Psychology repeated decisions in a game, and psychologically, so you have tolerance and reaction of certain behaviors. So it's certain behaviors that you can react to in these games too that
Hmm.
can affect you mentally, you know,
Right.
because a lot of kids, say they play this game 24/7, 24 hours a day, and then one of their classmates started picking on them and they remember the steps in this video game and they will try to do it to that kid. It's many of stories like that. You hear the stories like that
Yeah.
before?
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
Insane.
It's like uh actually Call of Duty games are a good example because remember Black Ops 3 uh um I think they were fighting like in the like they were Black Ops specs
Hmm.
and I think there's this one guy, so there's the main character who you play as, and then the main character had a friend alongside that was a part of the squad. I think it was like the Black Ops squad or something. Um
Yeah.
but apparently so his friend betrays him. His friend betrays him in the game, and then he comes back and now he has to kill him because he's corrupted. He's corrupted because guess what? In the game, what is everybody seen as? Because um, remember what the robot did to the main character,
Yeah.
and
Lou
then
Rock
the
said,
main character had to get
hmm
surgery to
hmm
get turned into a robot,
hmm Lou
and
Rock said, I
that's
played a
why.
lot of games before he found Christ. That's good, Lou Rock. That's good. So you got experience on these occult games and stuff. That's what's up, man. This is a great. I'm
Yeah,
glad you on this topic, man, because this would need to be talked about as well. As a
right,
lot of other things do. It's so much to talk about, King.
right, right. So much.
All right, continue on, King Marcus.
All right. Now, in our digital age, right, time is arguably one of the most misused currencies we have. And gaming, although entertaining and socially engaging, is one of the biggest time vacuums in a young adult's life, especially a child. And the question isn't just is this game fun, but is this game worth the time I'm giving it? Like for example, GTA 6, which still is has not come out yet, and I'm pretty sure I will be a grandfather by the time it comes out. Um, I'll have
We all
yeah,
be,
very
barely
I'll be
moving
very
at the
old.
time.
Yeah,
We probably won't be
right.
moving.
Right. But we play imagine we take the time to wait and then we put our time into playing the game and the game's not even good. We saw the trailer to the game. The trailer was it was all right, but it wasn't that good. It wasn't as good as the previous one, GTA 5.
Hmm.
Now, we were never promised an unlimited number of days. Every hour we spend staring at a screen could be an hour building a relationship with God, improving our health, bonding with loved ones, or walking in our purpose. And this isn't just to say video games are evil. They can actually be very therapeutic and socially engaging.
Hmm.
But the issue arises when the time given to gaming outweighs the time given to things of eternal value. We are called to steward our time, not just fill it. The enemy doesn't have to destroy you. Remember, he just has to distract you long enough to delay your destiny. Remember in Psalms 90, verse 12, so teach us to number our days that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. Also in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Hmm.
Remember, we live in a culture where quote unquote mature content is synonymous with violence, sexual perversion, profanity, or occult practices. And
Hmm.
sadly, this is rampant in many popular games. And as a follower of Christ, you know, you're not being legalistic for turning off a game that glorifies sin, you're being obedient. What we
Right.
engage with in the digital world, it often seeps into our reality. Remember the title of this podcast is Video Games Whisper. The title of the last podcast for video games was Messages Hidden in Video Games, right? I think that was
Yeah,
that the title.
video game hidden messages. Yeah, that was what it was back in 2023.
And now remember, realistically, certain content is spiritually heavy. If a game is celebrating murder, black magic, demonic symbols, or glorifying wickedness, we should be convinced. If the Holy Spirit wouldn't be comfortable watching or playing with you, that's your sign to shut the game off. God's not trying
Complete.
to rob. And now, listen, ladies and gentlemen, God's not trying to rob you of your fun. He's trying to remember. He's trying to protect our peace. And factually, there has been repeated exposure to dark content, and it increases desensitization. Psychologists have even documented how moral thresholds they drop after frequent exposure to hyperviolence or immortality in media.
Right. And also mental health benefits too.
Right. And
It
spiritually,
affects
that's
the mental.
erosion. That's erosion
Hmm.
of discernment.
Hmm. Make you
Now,
addicted to the game.
right.
Exactly.
But the question that some may ask is the devil speaks through video games, but can God speak to them as well? Well, let me tell you this. Let's be real here. Some video games are written better. Some video games are written better than Hollywood scripts. Ain't that surprising, Calvin?
Yeah, that's very surprising.
Video game scripts are better than Hollywood.
It is. But Hollywood
And
correct the game, so
right,
they
that's true. And that's what makes it so entertaining. It's the story
hmm
behind these scripts. There are stories of fallen heroes, forgiveness, sacrifice, brotherhood, redemption. In the right light, these stories cause a lot, a lot of people to reflect deeply. In fact, some of these narratives unintentionally echo to me Bible principles. And now remember in John 15:13, where it said that characters give up their lives for others. And in 1 Corinthians 10:13, they resist temptation. Romans 12:21, they overcome evil through good. Now, from a spiritual view, these moments can stir our souls, remind us of the gospel, and spark inner reflection, even in fictional form. The issue, the issue with this is not the medium. It's not the medium, but the message that these video games portray to us. If we watch and play with discernment, we can recognize when a message lines up with the truth, even if it's not labeled Christian. Matter of fact, I sent to everybody here a little while ago, I was playing Guardians of the Galaxy. I sent a picture to Calvin, which I think Calvin you still have actually, about an article on a newspaper in the game where it said something about. Hold on, matter of fact, let me pull up the picture and I'll read to you guys exactly what this game said because I was able to spot this out, especially like after I played this before and I've never noticed it until I played it again and I saw the article on that newspaper in the game. If I'm correct, I should. Oh, okay, I see it. Now the article was Star-Lord achieve escape velocity. The biggest thing and the font of this sentence is widened in this article. And the sentence says, "We're far from being angels, maybe fallen ones." That's what the game said. Now I'm gonna read it again for you guys. We're far from being angels, maybe fallen ones. That is a message from Guardians of the Galaxy. And remember, Guardians of the Galaxy is from Marvel. And where is Marvel from? Disney. Where is Disney from? Again, Hollywood. Hollywood is they're just giving us the answers at this point, Calvin. Like they don't care anymore.
No,
They
they
will
don't
give
care.
out
All they care about
message.
is their
They will
message and the creed.
they will
That's all
give
they care
out
about.
message after message after message and make
Lesser magic.
rituals in front of our
Mm-hmm.
face. They're tired of
Yep.
hiding in the dark. The
Oh yeah.
devil,
Mm-hmm.
the devil will hide it. The devil will hide it. We just have to spot it out. Them,
Right.
however, they do it to our
Mhm.
face.
You know, there's another game that was really crazy. It's called Silent Hill. The game premises literally
Mm,
hinted around satanic cult looking to bring their demonic god into the world. Remember it, right? As such, there
right,
is a lot of occult symbology in the form of magic circles, references to drug use, and ritual sacrifice all through the series. I remember this game. The end of the boss was the first game. Samel looks almost
mhm,
exactly like Baphomet, an actual demonic entity in real life occult Freemasonic writing. So this all
right,
that Silent Hill game is all connected to what the occults do in the real world. So that's that lesser magic right there in these video games and that
right,
predictive programming. And another game was DMC Devil May Cry. Remember that?
right. Yes, I remember that.
Lots of occult terminology, symbology is in this one. Freemasonic checkerboard floor. This whole game was full of it, full of one eye, all seeing eyes. There's a 666 on a bottle of alcohol, and the good guy actually referred as a Nephilim, the aliens, the Nephilims. Odd choice
Right,
since the Nephilims in the Bible are actually the bad guys. There's also loads of New World Order references and plots and points in this game. So DMC Devil May Cry has a lot of that in it too. And we can go on and on about these occult games. Dante's Inferno. You remember that one?
Yeah,
Dante's
I remember that.
Inferno. Another game named after a divine comedy and passages, and the game goes into hell in order to resurrect him from the dead. Includes witchcraft, brutal violence, demons, and scenes where the heroes fights and kills unbaptized babies. One of the final missions features Satan in full frontal nudity. This is another wicked game. See, all these games, bro, they telling you like the devil's real. He's real. He's controlling things through these games, man. And people need to know you
Right.
have to just be careful what you're playing. Diablo 3. Hey,
Oh,
Diablo
that's a
3.
big. Oh my God, Diablo is a huge, huge example of that. Diablo, you are
Yes.
literally fighting in hell.
And then Nephilims again.
And
Again, offspring
remember,
of angels
and
and
re-
demons.
and
Uh-huh.
there's a mobile game for Diablo 2. It's called Diablo Immortal, where you're literally
Yes.
fighting in hell, and there's a
Yeah.
tree, and on the tree there's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
There's a woman in the shape and form of a tree.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. That game is so wicked, bro. That is one of
Yeah.
the top wickedest games, bro. I mean, that's above one of the top wickedest games. Like lots of gore and violence in the game. The game series as a whole trends to use names as actual demonic entities, looking for Baal. We already know what Baal is. Baal worship. D3
Right.
especially. There are loads of real life occult symbols used for players' banner art, such as satanic pentagrams. So this game also has satanic pentagrams in it. Can you imagine people playing these games and these games is putting spells on people and it's really taking
Right.
effect on them, but it don't take an effect right away. It kind of eat at you a little bit. It gradually gets a hold of to you. It don't get on you as fast, but as long as you keep playing it, it's gonna put a spell and an effect on your body. The spiritually, it is not physical, spiritual.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you another one. Doom, The Dark Ages. You remember that game?
Oh yeah,
Doom
yes
is a big
sir,
one.
man.
I remember, and that one actually had pentagram and demonic symbols.
It showed it right in plain sight,
Right, right.
man.
And remember
It's
this, and
crazy.
then remember the armor was called Slayer armor.
Slayer armor, yes. Ooh, you
And
remember
then
that? Oh my,
yeah, I remember that. And then the gates were hell gates, which are
yep,
portals
Hellgate.
representing spiritual bondage or
Yeah,
access points to darkness.
exactly. You remember that other game, the Zeus X Human Revolution? Remember that Human Revolution game?
Damn.
Deus X Human Revolution openly acknowledged the Illuminati in that game. Remember, the first game had quite a lot of predictive programming. The entire series is basically a giant advertisement for transhumanism, which they're pushing today. Transhumanism. They're pushing that right now. Transhumanism. And
In fact,
the title seems to be diverted from, it's crazy, man. This game was crazy too. Many conspiracy theorists believe the Antichrist kingdom will be heavily infused with technology. This game was breaking down the Antichrist was going to use technology. Bro, this game, Human Revolution. Look it up. Human Revolution. Bro, that game really had a lot in it. Immortal gods, science, trapping their souls in physical world forever. This was a tight game. And then regardless of how this thing plays out, one thing is certain: don't accept the mark of the beast. So this game has something connected to the mark of the beast in technology. Remember
right.
sorcery, where all nations are deceived. So Satan going to use sorcery in the last days to deceive many people around the world. And then the merchants were the great men of the earth. So the people that own stores and businesses, they're going to be the most powerful people at the end.
Hmm.
Of course, we talked about
That's
Assassin's
right.
Creed. You remember Bioshock? Bioshock?
I've
That's
heard
what
of
was
it.
another game.
I've definitely heard of that one. I've heard of that
One
game.
of the most anti-Christian games I ever played, bro.
Oh,
Most.
actually, this is a very popular game. Everybody that has been on Xbox, whether it's on, I think it's on PlayStation. I don't remember
Right.
if it is. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Ooh,
Indiana
Indiana Jones
Jones.
got a lot in it.
Yeah, that's got a lot.
Whew.
Remember the one of the symbols were the Great Circle, which represented eternity, divine design, and God's perfect order.
Yeah.
The
What?
relics, which symbolize truths of the past,
Right.
the sacred knowledge, or even the deception. Traps
Mm-hmm.
and puzzles, which represent spiritual discernment.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, not all doors should be open. And remember,
Mm-hmm.
it said, remember what Proverbs 23:23 said: "Buy the
Mm-hmm.
truth and sell it not."
Mm-hmm.
And also, Proverbs 4:7 also said, "Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom." Matter of fact, the biggest thing in that game were snakes, right? A bunch of
Mm-hmm.
snakes,
The old serpent.
right?
That slick serpent.
There were a bunch of snakes in that game. And matter of fact, oh my God, this is a good game.
Hey,
This
we
game,
hitting all these games. We hitting them
yeah,
for
we can
points.
all, yeah. Borderlands 4.
Oh yeah. That I forgot about that one. Wow.
That one actually has a triangle in it. It has their symbol is the triangle, the symbol of the
Right. That's a light bear.
Illuminati.
Yeah, the Lucifer, the light bear. Yep. That's him.
Yeah, that's the symbol of the vault. And the
Ooh, yeah.
also the loot boxes. Now, think about the loot boxes in that game. It's very easy to find loot boxes. It's not hard. There's a loot box
Mm-hmm.
literally at every corner in the game. Every
Right.
corner. And that's in an emblematic of material which actually expresses obsession and greed. The corporate
Mm-hmm.
um the corporate AI boxes, like you remember one of the bosses were Handsome Jack?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
remember.
that
Yeah.
was one of the corporate AI bosses, which personify pride and guess what? False gods,
Yep.
idolatry,
False.
idol
Yep.
worshiping is in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And the echo devices, um, which represent noise and distraction in modern society.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a symbol saying the noise that the the noise that comes out of the echo devices, it
Mm-hmm.
blocks off it blocks off the speaker.
Right.
So that's a message really saying we have a lot of echo devices in our world that block off the word of God. Because remember when God first spoke, he spoke in frequency, right?
Yes. Frequency. That's correct.
But then the devil betrayed him and took over technology. He took
Mm-hmm.
technology over and he put static and a bunch of noise into our devices.
That is correct. And you remember this game right here. I think it was on Super Nintendo. It was called Taboo the Six Senses. Literally a
Who?
tarot card game simulator. It doesn't get more quote than this.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That one I remember.
The
I
company
remember
called
that
what
game.
Trade West. That was the name of the company that made the game. Trade West, I believe that was it. It was called Trade West. Lucky numbers revealed. Yeah, that was it, boy. It can't get no more quote than that.
Yeah,
That's tough. That's really a tough one
right.
right there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that is. That was. It's so many of these games, man. It's so many that we can talk about. Like it's a list of games, man. Like Eternal Darkness. Remember Eternal Darkness? It came out in 20. Came out in
Oh,
2002. That
another
was
good one.
yep.
Man, the title of that game itself is that's already a good symbol.
Yep.
The title
Eternal
itself.
Darkness. Mm-hmm. It was some kind of occult power in the game that spans through time and taking on a different character, exploring wildly different settings. Definitely part of the appeal here. Eternal Darkness also contains something that made it pretty revolutionary at the time. So this game was like, it had occult powers in it. It had some of everything. It was doing like tones bond in human skin, exotic religious location, span the globe, crafting your own spells in the game. This is what it had in the game. Sigils, on few games I seen that spells magic is with a K. So they spelled magic with a K in this game. These are some, and these games go way back from the 1995 Secret World. You remember when Secret World came out 2012? Secret World was another occult gaming MMO.
Wow, that's an old game.
Cutting
It's really
edge when
old.
it first came out. Yes, that was another game with a lot of stuff in occult symbolisms and stuff. Yep, Indiana Jones, Fate
Yeah.
of the Atlantis. You remember that? Indiana Jones, of course. You mentioned Indiana
Yeah.
Jones. Cyberpunk. You remember that?
Oh, that's a big
Cyberpunk.
one.
What you know about the Cyberpunk?
Hey, that one, you're literally trapped in virtual reality.
And these
And
bunch of tarot card readings? Yeah.
yeah, and it's if you think about it in a way, it's kind of like GTA.
It is. And like a lower tier GTA, right? Something like that.
Right. And it's more robotic too. Like the people are more robotic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, think about it. Think about this. When you look on like the cover of the game, you look on the face of the main character.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it look like she's an AI?
She does. She really does. Her face look kind of zoned out, right? Like kind of like a zoned out.
Yeah,
And you could tell
like,
it's
yeah,
not
like a zoned out look.
Right, a zoned out look. Yes, I guarantee you that's an AI. You know, AI is big in this day and time. Big.
Yeah, right.
Very big. Mm-hmm. There was another game too that what was that game? Let's see. Was it Final Destiny? Destiny something? Destiny Warriors? Was it Destiny Warriors?
Yeah.
Dynasty Warriors? You remember that game? It was these characters they was battling on the battlefield with swords and stuff. And that game have a lot of occult messages and symbolism on them. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, one that we definitely have to talk about. Shadow of War.
Okay, break that down. Shadow of War.
'Cause-
That's a very big one.
Yeah, Shadow of War. Oh my God, there's so much in that game. Mainly the point of the game is to conquer fortresses, which are called kingdoms in this game.
Mm-hmm.
But if you think about it, remember we are controlling these characters. We're controlling the players.
Right.
Now
We're the
in the
puppet.
game,
Yeah,
in the game,
we
remember
puppets in the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, remember what he wears. Remember what he wears on his finger. He wears a ring.
Mm-hmm. That was a
And the
powerful ring
ring,
too. That's a
yeah,
powerful ring.
yeah, the ring of power. It was the ring
Yep,
of
ring
power.
of power. You're right.
Remember, they made a movie based on Shadow of War too.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was literally called Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, yes. And they got the movie called Lord of the Rings. It's just like the game. Subliminal messages.
It's
lesser
exactly like
magic.
the game.
Yeah,
And
everything's got a
the game in
message.
the movie has the same meaning.
Mm-hmm.
You dominate orcs with the ring, and also, um, also in the game, if you think about it, you basically make them your slave.
Yeah. Yep.
They're
Yep.
made to be slaves, even though it's the same thing with an overlord too. When you go to pick an overlord, an overlord, whether you make them a war chief, an overlord, or whether you just make a captain off of one slave.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest thing were the ring wraiths in that game. You remember the ring wraith?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Minas Morgul. Yeah, and Minas Morgul, when that was conquered by the Dark Lord. Remember who was the one at the top as the overlord? He wasn't a ring wraith, but I think he was like a um I think he was called like the ring general or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And
Yeah,
he
it was a ring general. I think.
yeah,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
yeah, it was ring general. And remember after he defeated him, he got corrupted. The main character of the game, who was good, had another version of himself, and that other version was from a different person. But because he had the ring, the soul was attached to him. There was another soul attached to the main character. By the way, the main character was Talion, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes, sir.
Talion, at the end of the campaign, he is literally he is literally fighting the Dark Lord. In the game, you fight the Dark Lord in this game. And guess where you fight it at? There was a place on the world map in the game. And, and I don't know if you remember, Calvin, but remember on the world map, right next to, I think it was dang, why can't I remember the name of this fortress? It was the I think it was the fortress of I think it was dang, which fortress was this?
I can't remember which it was, which one it was. I think you was on it for a minute. I think you about said what it was. Then you kind of had to think
Yeah,
again.
I was yeah. Yeah, I was yeah, because I remember I was playing I had Talion in that fort in that like section of the world map.
And also it was another game called Gotea in 2018, and that game was the occult interference. It was the interference on this game. It was literally written on the tin, and just not a catchy name either. It influences extends into the visuals and narratives of references to dark areas, some magical magic, and central use of somatic sigils. Ritual magic plays a central part in the story of this game, oozes with atmosphere in a dusty, haunted house in kind of way. So that game, Gotia, had a lot of ritual magic in it too, and sorcery, and it had a
Right.
lot of haunted houses in it too, and heads on the wall and different kind of symbolisms. And it was an adventure wicked game, you know, particularly Cultist Simulator. Remember that game? Cultist Simulator came out in 2018. Cultist
Yeah,
Simulator.
yeah,
That was a simulator game.
yeah. I
It
remember.
was a deep game that looked simple, but it has a surprising amount of depth and immersion behind the card-based ascenics. So it was a game where occults references again, magical rituals, mystical experiences, secret societies, everything was in this game as well. And basically, it's these games are deep, man. People just don't realize what they're playing. Some of these games can put like spells on you, everything. You just got to be careful.
Yeah, that's right.
I think it was another game called the Room VR, A Dark Matter. Remember that game? The Room
Yeah.
VR, A Dark Matter Room, and it came out in 2020. You remember that?
Yeah.
VR
Oh my
headsets.
Yeah. Here, before we get into that, I just remembered it was Gargaroth.
Oh,
That was the fortress.
the Gargaroth. Yeah.
And
yeah.
on the world map, next to that fortress was another fortress, but that one had the Tower of Eye. Because remember the towers in that game have an eye above them.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you go into I think it's like the spirit vision, when you turn on the spirit vision for Talion,
Right.
there's the one eye symbolism above the towers, which you can corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
And that is above Barad-dûr, which is the Dark Lord's fortress.
Mm-hmm. Another game, The Evil Within 2, Bio Inc. Redemption, Plague NC. Remember Plague Inc.? You remember that one? Plague.
Oh yeah, I remember Plague.
Plague, Dying Light, Phototype, Metro 2033. That was another game that had a lot of symbolism and hidden messages in it.
What was it? What was the name of this game? Dang, I think it was
Was it Devil May Cry? Something like Devil's May Cry game. I think it was a game called Devil's May Cry. I think. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it was Devil May Cry.
Yeah, Devil May Cry.
Oh, Elden Ring.
Oh, I forgot about that one. That's a good one.
Remember, because in Elden Ring, the symbolic meaning for that, Night Rain, it delves into themes of darkness, corruption, and the psychological. Yeah. It expresses the nature of power in that game, and the game setting is shrouded in eternal night, which symbolizes spiritual desolation and the absence of divine light. And I think in that game there's actually an eclipse, but and remember what we said about an eclipse. An eclipse blocks out the sun.
Mm-hmm.
But in that game, so in reality, an eclipse only happens for a limited amount of time, and then it moves away from the sun. It moves out of the sun's way. But in this game, the eclipse is forever ongoing. Like basically, this is a blood moon right in front of the sun. This is basically a blood moon eclipse, which represents the overshadowing. And remember what we said, what the government could use the sun for. Remember they were doing experiments where they wanted to dim the sun's sunlight.
Right.
In this game, the only light that there is moonlight. But it's a red moon, right? In this game, there's a red moon. There's no sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
And in this game as well, there's a ring. There are rings in this game too. And it was pretty obvious by the name of this game that there's obviously rings in this game.
Right.
But the shadowed ring in the game, that actually it denotes broken covenants and the fragmentation of the divine order. Now, this game's themes resonate with scripture's warning against spiritual darkness and the consequences of turning away from divine guidance. Remember Isaiah 5:20, it says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness."
Mm-hmm. That is correct. The game Zelda Dark Souls 2 had a lot in it. Dark Souls 3,
Mm-hmm.
Bloodborne. Remember Bloodborne?
Yeah.
That game had a lot of symbolism and stuff in it. Metro 2030, that was another one. Phototype. I think that Batman game too had a lot in it, didn't it? Which Batman game was that? It was what Batman game was that, Marcus?
I think it was Return to Arkham.
Arkham, yeah, Arkham.
Yeah.
Yep. That was the one. Yeah, that game had a lot of stuff in it too. That game had a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
It was
that game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that game had a lot in it as well. Anything else, King Marcus? What we got? Anything else when we end the show?
Yeah, I actually have a little bit more in my notes.
All right, go ahead. I'll let you flow through. Go ahead.
So, from a spiritual view, actually no, yes. Actually, from a spiritual view, these moments in these video games can stir our souls, remind us of the gospel, and spark inner reflection. Now, remember, if we watch and play with discernment, we can recognize when a message lines up with the truth, even if it's not labeled Christian. Now, I've had moments where a game story forced me to ask, like a lot of games stories would force you to ask, what am I living for? Who would I die for? Who would I forgive if it cost me everything? And that's when the game becomes more entertainment. Or becomes more than entertainment, actually. It becomes a mirror. Remember in John 15:13, it says, "Greater love hath no man than this, that a man laid down his life for his friends." And in Romans 12:21 as well, it says, "Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good." Now, gaming, like anything, can cloud our spiritual awareness if we are not vigilant. We're not saying you can't play these games. We're just saying you must be vigilant of the games that you play. You must pay attention to the message that's being spread, that's being shown to you. And whether it's addiction, content, or time, unchecked gaming can dull your spiritual senses. God calls us to be sober, not just in alcohol or substances, but in mind and spirit. If a game causes you to lose control over your schedule, thoughts, or attitude, then you basically, at that point, you stepped into enemy territory. And then when we begin prioritizing gaming over prayer, worship, and community with God, we've basically created a new master. And the Bible is very clear with this. We cannot serve two masters. It's like I said a long time ago. I'm pretty sure I've said this a few episodes ago. You cannot pick two sides of the table. One side is light, one side is dark. You can't serve both. You have to pick a side. And actually, funny story actually. I saw an Instagram reel today where a man had a dream. And the dream that this man had was he was in a plain field of grass.
but the field was separated by a fence. And no fence in particular. It was just like he basically explained that it was like a low wooden fence, and on one side there was Jesus, and on one side there was Satan. And he said in this dream, Satan said to him, "It's either you choose God." Well, actually, no. He said, "If you choose me, I'll give you everything you would like, everything that you desire. But if you go with God, you will not get everything that you want." And this man in the dream, what he ended up doing was he sat in the middle of the fence and he said, "I'm going to take both." He said, "I'm going to take a little bit of good and a little bit of bad. I'm going to take them both with me." And he said that in the dream, the plain field of grass and his area darkened, and Satan appeared. Satan appeared onto him, and he said, "You cannot take me because I didn't choose just you. I chose God as well. I chose a little bit of both sides." And the devil said to him, this is what the devil said to him. He said, "You chose my side." And then the guy said, "No, I didn't. I chose both sides." He said, "You chose my side because that fence belonged to me." Now, the point of that dream actually was that the devil is trying to separate. He's trying to separate us. That was the point of the fence in the dream. The devil wants division. And when he explained to him that the fence was his, that got me thinking. It's the same thing that the government is doing with the countries, with our country.
Exactly.
They're dividing.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And that is why we go to war constantly with other countries, because we cannot simply make peace with these countries. There always has to be war,
Or some kind of chaos.
right? And these games clearly show for that. A lot of these games show for that. So the main point of this topic is, you can play video games, and I'm not going to
cool to
lie.
play.
Yeah,
You can
it's
play
cool
video
to play
games.
video
Cool.
games. There's no problem with that.
But be
I will
careful
still,
what you play.
yeah, I will still play video games personally.
Yes.
With matter of fact, real quick, I'm gonna name one more video game, and this video game you should remember because I told this video game to you a long time ago. When I played it.
We have a guest in here, UVRCXVS. Welcome to the Shadow Truth Show, my brother. Welcome in. I'm glad you came back to the show. And if you missed half of it, you can go back and check it out on Spotify or iHeartRadio if you want to check it out. Continue on, Marcus.
Now, remember the game that I was playing quite a while ago. And this game, there was a bunch of camp counselors at a camp. And remember that I said that the owner, or I guess like the sheriff, like the owner of the place, he said to not go outside after dark. And he was basically hiding the fact that he was a werewolf. And remember, I think I even told you, I think I told you about this game.
I think you did. It's been a while back since you
Yeah,
brought it up, but
Yeah, that was a while back when I played it. It was a new horror game that had just came out like last year.
Yeah, it's fresh. It's not even a year old.
It's not a year.
Pretty fresh.
Yeah, it's still fresh. It's
Mm-mm.
not a year old.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, in this game, yeah, it's basically this game is just mainly people hunting people. That's what this game is about. People hunting other people. And then the game also shows, matter of fact, I just noticed in the game, you remember the woman in the tavern? She gives you like you choose a tarot card.
I
Remember what
think
we
I
said about
remember
the tarot
that.
cards?
Yeah,
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 remember
yeah, yeah.
because remember during in between chapters, you're able to go to the woman. Like
Right, in
after you
between
find
chapters.
tarot cards in the game,
Right.
as in some places in the game, you find tarot cards, and then
Right.
when you go to her, she places the
Push
cards
these
down
like
on the table.
spells. Right, it's a
Yeah,
spell, I think.
yeah,
that-
she places the card down on the tables, and then
Yeah.
you pick a card, and that tells
Mhm.
you the future consequence or the future about what's going to
Going to take
happen.
place. Going to happen.
Yeah,
Take
what's going
place
to take
in
place
that period of time.
Right. And I think, and that woman, because remember, I think there was an article where in the game, it was an article where it talked about like some kind of show that this witch she had a show, and the show included a guy who turns into a werewolf, which was the owner of the camp, the sheriff.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
The sheriff was the puppet for this show.
Mm-hmm.
And the woman in that tavern that you give the tarot cards to, I'm pretty sure she was the one. I think she was the one that actually died.
I think so. If I can remember, I think she did die. She did.
Yeah, I
She did.
think she was resurrected.
She was. Then she came back, right? Didn't she come back?
Yeah, she came back because remember the
Yeah.
article in that game said she died from a fire in the
Then she
camp.
resurrected and came back.
Then she resurrected from a spirit, from a
Spirit.
ritual.
Right.
Man. But what I found even crazy was the werewolf part. Cause it's like, cause she must have done some ritual to turn the sheriff into a werewolf, because there's no way, cause you can't just turn into a werewolf when the moon comes out. Like if I were to go outside and the moon comes out, I wouldn't turn into a werewolf because it's not realistic. Unless that there was a ritual casted on
Right.
the person.
Everything's spiritual. It's a spiritual.
Because
level.
remember, witches are known for casting spells.
Right.
So
and
I
they are
think
for real. Mm-hmm.
I think she casted, and remember they can also cast curses as well. So I think the point of that game was that she casted a curse upon the camp, and the curse was the curse of the werewolf.
Right. To
And
order
werewolves
to handle
represent,
these things,
and remember,
is-
werewolves represent the crescent moon.
right. Mm-hmm.
So there you go. And also in the game too, where I think there have been characters, or there was one character in particular who got bit and he turned into a werewolf.
Right.
So that also, think about it, that predicts the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
That could be predicting the new pandemic. We never know.
Right. Right.
Remember the zombie pandemic of the movie that you sent to me?
Yeah.
In the game, right? The
Right, it's
werewolf
in there.
bites you and you turn
Yep.
into a werewolf.
Yep.
The werewolf
That's right.
curse
Right.
is a pandemic.
Right. Through that
So the
game.
game is predicting a new pandemic.
predictive programming, lesser magic. That we always talk about, Marcus, on how many episodes. It sounds like we repeat ourselves, but we have to, let the people know what's in these games
Yeah,
and how they
especially for
operate.
the new people that join,
Yeah, the
because
new people. Yeah, exactly.
there could be people on the show right now who take, and I'm not saying this is everybody, and I'm not saying I'm not calling anybody out, but a lot of people tend to listen to people like us on the show, or listen to Revelation of Jesus Christ on YouTube, listen to our messages, and somehow still they still
Go back. Yeah,
they
they
still
all
go back
connect.
to these rituals.
Right.
And
You know what?
and remember that that's a rejection of God's word. We are
Right.
revealing truth.
Exactly.
Like me, like I'm not the most perfect. I would say I'm not the most perfect podcaster. I'm
Yeah,
a
and
good one for
me.
sure.
Yeah, you're
And
good.
I'm a
Yeah, for sure.
Baptist. And I'm a Baptist. So I've been and for those of you who actually didn't know, I am a Baptist.
Hmm.
A Baptist at 17. I've been doing this for like in between 9 or 10 years.
And you learned a whole lot in between those years. Like that's
Yep.
amazing. It's a blessing. And me too. We're none of us perfect. We're good podcasters. This
Yeah.
is the big stage of podcasting. We all know that, King. It's the big stage.
Right.
But it's a blessing that we can get on this live in the studio and on air for an hour or 2 hours to speak truth to people, to wake people up in these last days, in the last hour, because we're not promised tomorrow. And one thing
Right.
we always got to know, always watch and pray.
Right. You have to, because every morning you wake up, God is the reason you wake up every morning.
Mm-hmm. That's right. He's the reason for the season,
That's right.
for everything, and man, you know what, man? It's crazy because we named a lot of games tonight. And the last episode that I did in 2023, we didn't name a lot of games like this. So we went a step further and breaking down some of these games. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with games. Play your
Yeah.
games, but just be careful what games you play, because these games can
Right.
take an effect on each and every one of you.
And if you do play these games, find out what the message behind the game is.
Right.
Like
And
for
always know
for
what you're doing.
example,
Right.
I actually just brought this game up to Calvin before this podcast started, Fears to Fathom. One of the
Right.
chapters is literally like you're up in a radio tower, and at some point, and a little spoiler alert for you guys who haven't played it yet.
Spoiler alert.
Near the end of the game, the guy in the other radio tower next to you, your neighbor radio tower, he's gonna radio to you to go out on your porch, and you have to use your binoculars, and when you zoom in, there's literally a whole occult standing around a bonfire where they're literally doing a ritual. So there you go. And also there's deception in that game too. The
Yeah.
chapter
Oh
where
man.
it was a chapter on the crazy girlfriend, or
Yeah.
the crazy
Yeah.
ex.
Mm-hmm.
That one was there was a lot of deceiving and psychoticness in that chapter. Like I've seen people, because I don't have a PC, so, and I don't know if it's on console either, but I've seen people who played it, and it's a lot, and there's a lot of deep messages.
It
That
is.
the main message in the whole entirety of the game is don't trust anybody unless if you know you can 100% trust them.
Trust them. Right.
Right. And don't open
You gotta have
doors. And
one
that's
by their
and
fruit
that's
and always have discernment. Yes.
right.
Go
And
ahead.
in chapter 1, the message was don't open doors for anybody.
Right.
And I think that was the message too, that God was telling us, don't open our doors.
Mm-hmm.
Don't open our doors for the devil ever.
Right. Don't give them an opportunity to walk in.
Remember, even your parents will tell you, don't open the door for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. There's no need to get any deeper than that, huh, Calvin?
That's a foregone conclusion. And we ain't even get into the metaverse yet, but that's on another topic. That's another day. The metaverse. Did we do an episode on the
That's gonna be
metaverse?
another day.
Did we? Did we do a metaverse episode? I don't think. Did we?
Oh no, we did. We did.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
That was so far down there.
Yeah,
Because we got what 70?
yeah. We got a lot. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
we got a lot of episode. Yeah, so man, basically, this sums it up. This is a foregone conclusion, as I believe. You think that's it?
Yeah, I think this is it.
Yeah. What this ain't Boys the Men. The end of the road, and I can't let go. This ain't Boys the Men, y'all. I belong to you. See, I'm Boys the Men now, ain't I? You got anybody you want to shout out to before we end this show? This great show? Before we leave the studio for tonight?
Yeah, just shout out to all my people, because I know I have people, and also I'm planning on spreading the podcast a little bit more to my people here, because I've been hiding it. Like I didn't want to expose it yet, because I didn't want to be known for being famous. You feel me?
You got to take.
Yeah,
Hey, they
but
know
I'm holding-
Shadow
I'm
True.
holding-
They know King Marcus.
Yeah,
they know
but
us.
I'm gonna hold that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell that to some people who I know I can trust won't say a thing, because
Yeah.
I'm not ready for that famous.
We see that.
Yeah.
Well, it's here. I mean, it's here. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, right.
Half the states know us, by listening and downloading us. So
Yeah, that's right.
we can't take nothing for granted. We just accept. Accept it.
Yeah, we'll just accept them, but
yeah, we will. We will.
But,
Christopher, what's going on, Christopher? Well, well, he wants to jump in. Let's see what he got to say. Let's see. The show might not end yet. What's up, Christopher?
Hi, how you doing?
Welcome to the Shattered Truth Show. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
So, you have any questions about this video game Whisper? Because we list a lot of games. Silent Hill, a lot of subliminal messages in these games, man. We named a lot of games.
Oh,
what do you have?
You're talking about video games?
Yes, man. Video game Whispers. The occult games like Silent Hill, Devil May Cry. What else you got? Marcus, what else we named? Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yep, we named GTA. We named that.
Yep.
So what brings you here tonight on the show? What brings you here?
Oh,
Did you notice this?
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 6 is not coming out this year. It coming out in 2026.
Yeah, I heard it got pushed back.
Yeah. So that game's gonna have a lot of subliminal messages and occult symbolism. Isn't that right, Christopher? Yes.
Because Rockstar was so dumb and say, yeah, it will be out this year, but then they were saying 2026.
Right. Jennifer, welcome to the Shattered Truth Show. Poku, welcome. That's a unique name, Marcus. Poku. Pokua.
That's a unique name.
It is.
Love it.
King, do you have any questions about how come Rockstar is not going to have the game out this year?
Well, I can tell you one thing. It's been a delay. Maybe the game's not finished. You know what? To me, they rushed it. To me, they rushed the trailer.
Apparently, what I heard. So this is what I heard. They're making states, and I heard Cuba is going to be one of the cities, like one of the states in the game. So they're expanding the map 10 times bigger than GTA 5. It's going to be 10 times bigger.
Oh wow!
So it's going to be more worldly.
You can travel to different cities, take a flight,
and there's
Wall
gonna
of the
be.
world.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be planes in that game too. Like there,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
map is so big that they have to make planes.
And you know they're gonna have those those EV cars, those Teslas gonna be in the game. So you know they're trying to add much they can. Hopefully this won't be disappointing. I hope this will be one of the top games that come out next year. I truly
Yeah,
believe it could
that's
be.
why I said this game better be worth it. It better be worth my money and time.
We're waiting another year for this. Rockstar, get it right. This is the Shattered
yeah,
Truth,
yeah,
and this is the
Rockstar,
Shattered
yeah,
Truth
get it
trailer.
together.
And
Like,
King Marcus,
just get
make
it
sure
together.
y'all get this right, Rockstar. I don't know if y'all hear this, but get it right. Because we're gonna do a show. We're gonna talk about this. Because everybody hopes was, I can't wait. It's coming out soon. It's coming. It's coming. And then you go to rockstar.com and what was the announcement?
Yeah, the announcement was pushed back a
There's
year.
been a delay, and I don't know if they leaked something out, Christopher. I heard it was a leak or something, or the game just not ready. And to me, they need to get rid of that trailer, delete the trailer, and create a new trailer for next year before the game come out. Just release a new trailer. Delete that trailer. You got to come with a different look now. That can't be the same look in the trailer, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, any more questions you have for us, Christopher? What do you
Yeah,
have
like
for us tonight?
yeah, like if CTA people going on and say, oh, that's trailer, that's the trailer for it. I can say it's not the trailer. It's fake.
Right. It's to get you hyped up, get you riled up, get you hyped up and adrenaline rushing, and a teaser. That was like a teaser trailer, but that, like you said, it was a fake trailer. Correct,
Yeah,
Christopher?
they did the same thing with GTA 5.
Right, it teased you, right?
Yeah, right.
They know how to make you oozing with thirst to be so excited.
That's why they call it teasers.
Christopher, make sure you give us a follow on this app and follow us on Spotify or this right here where we at. We appreciate that follow. Make sure you hit us up, get us a follow, Christopher. I'm glad you're here tonight, bro. Glad you're here.
I like to stay on with you guys. Is that okay?
Well, we about to end the show in like at 1 hour and 40. So go ahead and talk, man. Tell us, what you know about games, and we'll give you the floor for a few minutes.
So I have something. I do a gaming channel on my Instagram. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what
Continue on. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What that is every night at 10 o'clock or 9:30, I do my Instagram gaming channel, and my friend from the Bear Cave, so my friend Joel comes on my gaming channel on my Instagram channel. He comes on and goes on my Instagram, and I play Grand Theft Auto 5 4, and he will be on staring at it when he goes on, and we will be talking about video games in there. So that's what I do on my Instagram. I I go live and I do gaming things, and Zol will be on in the videos too, in my gaming channel.
Okay, cool, man. Make sure you send us your Instagram. Type it down here below, so we can see it on the screen, because we in the studio. Just type it down there on the messages, your Instagram. We'll copy and paste it, and we will definitely look you up. And Christopher, by the way, tell your friends to, when we have a show coming up the weekend, we probably gonna do a show the weekend. Tell your friends to give us a follow on Spotify, iHeartRadio, this app here. Tell them join our lives, man. You're free to join. Enjoy it. We got great content. I know this is not your first time listening to us, correct?
Yeah, I think I was on here before.
Yes. It's been a long time, ain't it? Where have you been?
Yeah. So the Danish King, I'm going to talk to Soul about Soul doing a podcast with me or going on with you guys, me and him. And then I can have it on my Instagram, and I can, you know.
Yeah, that'll work. Definitely. That
Mhm.
sounds like a plan, man. Tell your
Yeah.
friends to follow us on this app right here, where you at now, and we can make the show happen. Matter of fact, I'm gonna type my contact down here below so you can reach to me, and King Marcus send your information down there too, so he can get it. We can do a show Saturday, if that's great for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get it going, man. Shout out to everybody in here. I'm glad everybody, men both, welcome to the Shadow 2 show, man. Make sure you give us a follow, man. Follow the host. You too, Christopher. Follow the host, man. I'm glad everybody's here, man. This is a great show. Now, Mint Boat, we about to end the show in about maybe an hour, 40 minutes, 50. But go back and listen to it and follow the host. Like once again, Christopher, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, Christopher, yeah, tell your friends to follow us up here, and we can definitely get a show for Saturday. If you cool with that?
Yeah. You know, if Soul does my Instagram gaming channels and the Soul videos I do on my Instagram, he is going to do this. But I have to talk to him about it. I have to talk to him about it. But if he can do it, he can do it.
All right, that's my information right there below. Do you see that right there? I just typed it in on the screen.
Yeah. Okay.
And King Marcus, you got Instagram? Just give him your Instagram, King Marcus. Y'all can we can discuss. Yeah, man. We got a lot of shows for the summer. We're gonna be doing content after content because it's summertime, and we got to push this content out there. People love to hear truth and entertainment, man. You know, this is what we're here for, the Shadow Truth, man. And plus, we're gonna give the people the truth in these games, you know, Christopher, and what your experiences in video games, what you noticed. And I'm glad you're here overall, man. Anything else you want to say, Christopher? I'm giving you the floor, man. You at the table. The mic is there with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, I can do whatever I want on my Instagram gaming channel because it's my Instagram gaming channel, you know?
Right. You got YouTube, YouTube channel.
Yeah, I do. I
This
do
text
have
me your YouTube channel. Yeah.
Okay.
And eventually we can do some shows. You know, tell your friends to come on in and follow me up here. And King Marcus, that's my writer with the golden pen. He's powerful with that pen. King Marcus is powerful with the pen, bro.
That's my YouTube.
All right. That's your YouTube and that's your Instagram name, right?
Yep, that
Yeah.
this one's my Instagram. The King
It's King Marcus. Yeah, reach out to him, Christopher, and say that's my podcast number right there. So after the show, you can reach out to us, any of us. If you can't reach me, reach King Marcus. That's my writer and my host for the shows and stuff like that and creative content. We also have a TikTok page, Shattered Truth up there. You can look us up there. We have a YouTube channel, Shattered Truth. It's the same name as up here in the studio, man. We just chopping up now, man, and just talking now. That's really it. We did a breakdown earlier. Go back and listen to the beginning about the video game whispers because it's very powerful. It's very powerful messages, and we broke a lot of things down in the different games. We called a lot of games out tonight, King. Really? Well, how many games called? Like 20?
Yeah, just about, yeah.
It was just about 20 games we was breaking down the symbolism in each game and describing them and everything. And it was great. It was great, man.
Yeah.
And Christopher, man, what's your plans for the weekend, my brother? You want to do the show Saturday? We can do a Saturday, whatever day you're comfortable with. Just let us know.
Okay.
Hey, King Mark, did you write his name down for us so you can
Yeah.
find him and you can just send it to me. You can find
Yeah.
it before I can. Christopher, any more questions? I guess not, King. I guess you don't have any more questions for us tonight in this studio. Well, I'm glad to have you in the studio with us. King Marcus, anything else for end the show?
Just keep your eyes open. Always look out for those messages.
and just be careful what you play. Like we said, no problem with you playing what you want to play. Just stay awake, stay true to God, and God will answer all your questions. He will answer all your questions. You just got to read the Bible. Just read the Bible, study it, and all your questions will be answered.
And build a relationship with Christ. That's all he wants. Just
Especially
get to know him. When you get to know him, he's going to put so many blessings in your life. Seek and you shall find.
Yeah, I
Anything
believe.
else, Marcus? That's
Also,
it.
I'm gonna try to look up the story. Not the story of Quran. It was the other story that was saying that had the actual like truth about it was like different. It was different from what the story of Quran was saying, but it's more accurate. But I'm gonna try to look up that story too, because I know we were supposed to do a podcast on that. So
yeah, we is. I'm gonna talk with Saint. We're gonna get a show together on that. Man, we have 561 listeners tonight on the show.
yeah, and also if you guys have any other interviews, because I heard the interview that you guys did. First of all, you guys did an impeccable job. If you want me on the interview, or if she wants me to join the interview, just hit me up and I'll make time to join in.
Okay. Hey, look, send Saint a message on her Instagram. She has an Instagram page. Just send her a message and we can see what we can do. I can definitely get you in an interview with Saint, because she's with Kingdom Music. Remember Kingdom Music?
Yeah.
Trejo and Brian T.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's with them. But she's looking for beat makers and stuff like that. I told her I got a few beats. I know you got some beats you could present to her. We can get some. We can collaborate, man. This is gonna be amazing. We got amazing stuff coming up, ladies and gentlemen. We got some amazing stuff. Christopher, Lou Rock, welcome back. Lou Rock King, he has to come back. Well, I tell you, Lou Rock, welcome back in, man. Lou Rock is an amazing guy, man. Shout out to Lou Rock. Shout out to Christopher. Once again.
Yeah. Shout out to all my people out there,
Yes.
Shout out to the OGs who have been with us since the Wrath of God,
Yep.
Oh my God, man, it's crazy how I've been here. Like,
Brother Will.
It's crazy to think about how, I've been here for a whole year now.
I do, right? Yeah.
I think the exact day for the first podcast that we did, the Wrath of God, I think that was the Wrath of God was if I can remember, that was in June 30th, actually. Did we pass June already, or is that coming up?
We in May right now.
Oh yeah, so that's coming up. That's coming up then.
Yeah.
It's coming up. Man, it's basically a year since I've joined the podcast, man. We've done a lot of episodes, and we've exposed a lot on the devil. We've spoken a lot of truth, and that led us to where we are today. And I'm happy with the progress that we've made so far.
Yeah, we are just doing an amazing job,
and we're soon to hit that milestone, huh?
Yeah, we on our way there soon.
Yeah, we're on our way, man. Still a lot of work to be done, but we're just we win every day.
Yeah, for sure. Christopher, anything else, man, before we end this show for tonight?
I don't know.
Okay. All righty. This is your co-host, King Marcus, co-host Christopher. And shout out to Golden, Princess, Dimples, Joy Golden, and all my family members out there around the world. This is your host, Shouted Truth, your co-host, King Marcus. Once again, this is Shouted Truth. We out. Peace out.
God bless.
Bensound.com. 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 Bensound.com.